Already, she rose to fame during the height of the pandemic in the Netflix documentary Tiger King, and now she's on Dancing with the Stars. In the second week, she staved off elimination when the judges saved her. Tonight, she faces the judges again in week 3. Let's welcome Carole Baskin to the show. Carole, welcome.
Hey, all you cats and kittens.
I love it. I'm wearing my tribute dress just for you, Carole. But like Sean mentioned, thank you so much. You know, but you rose, you've been in the spotlight so quickly. It was just a few months ago the Tiger King became an overnight sensation. What's it been like to go into the spotlight so quickly?
It's been absolutely crazy. I just even begin to tell you how it has flipped our entire world on its head because of negative portrayal in Tiger and people having such our reaction to me sanctuaries that I've never experienced before.
Yeah. You know, Carole, when I started the show, they had me with the worst odds. I think you and I share that in common. I knew that my dancing wasn't going to get me there. I'm not a good dancer. I tried hard, but I wasn't going to do it. I knew, though, that if I used my political background and ran a campaign, that I might be able to get enough votes to stay in the system. So you were in the bottom 2 last time, and that was when I knew that when I got to the bottom 2, which happened in week 9, that was when I was finished, because the judges were never going to save me. They saved you last week. What's your strategy going into tonight?
I felt confident that I could make it through the first elimination, but my husband looked at the rest of the talent and he was like, I don't think you have a chance.
Well, it's the fan votes. It's the fan. I know Bobby Bones has been having your back there. He like you and I wasn't getting the big, necessarily the best answers. But I think, you got to figure out how to get those voters engaged.
We're certainly reaching out to our fan base, and we have an amazing base that is used to voting for us. And so I'm really hoping that they're going to be able to pull me up from the bottom.
They got to come in for you tonight. Yeah. Well, the last 2 weeks we've seen you in these cat themes. What are you wearing tonight? And what are you dancing to? And what are you dancing?
I haven't seen the outfit, but I'm told it's something like a onesie.
Oh.
Cat's pajamas. And we will be dancing to Circle of Life from the King.
Oh, I love it. That's going to be so much fun.
Has it been difficult to do all this in a COVID environment? I got to do it last year. We all got to interact. It was really a family kind of thing. But it obviously seems like you guys have to do a lot of that social distancing.
I don't have the former experience to know how this is so different, other than the fact that it's just so different to be away from everyone trying to yell behind the stage and to carry on any kind of a conversation. So I don't think that we're going to be able to build the personal relationships that maybe you were able when you were there.
Yeah. Carole, can I ask you a question? I know it came up in a press briefing. Luckily, it wasn't one of mine. But Don Jr. developed a relationship or something with Joe Exotic, and the president has now said that he's considering a pardon. Joe apparently has written to him asking for a pardon. Would that bug you if he got a pardon, a presidential pardon?
Well, of course, because I've been trying for decades to get somebody to kill me, and finally resorted to people to kill me. So having him back out on the streets was really frightening. But in his case, they only caught the last one of all of the people go up against that are abusing animals. So I'm always on high alert.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's super jealous of you right now on Dancing with the Stars. He's probably just thinking, what's happening? But I got to ask you, talk about trying to get votes tonight. We hope that you get them tonight. I know that the family of your late husband actually came out with a campaign themselves, a ad telling people not to vote for you. And then they just came out with a defamation lawsuit against you. Has that impacted you in any way, do you think?
Well, the best thing that can come of all of this is somebody comes forward and has information about Don, because nothing would make me happy to be able to clear my name. And whatever information anybody has is surely going to do that.
Do you think now that your name has been out there more than ever, like we mentioned, you really rose to fandom so quickly, have more people come out with information about him?
Not to me. I haven't heard anything as far as anybody, if they had any more information.
All right, Carole Baskin, it's text Carole to 21523. That's right. So I haven't forgotten my campaign roots there. Best of luck tonight, Carole. Can't wait to see what you're wearing. I want to see what this onesie looks like. Thank you for joining us.
Me either.
Best of luck this season.
Thank you.
Well, that was an interesting interview for sure, Sean. But this time last year, you were campaigning to stay on Dancing with the Stars. Do you think that she's going to make it past elimination tonight?
You know, it's an interesting point because I knew if I ever ended up in the bottom two, I was getting booted, and that I had to focus on the vote scores, not the judges' scores. And I said that to Carole today. But you know, the funny thing is, she was in the bottom two last week, and so if she doesn't have a really high voter score today and ends up in the bottom, I don't see them saving her twice. You know, she's not that good, which I understand and I'm going to relate to. But she didn't. I thought she'd have much more of the voter support. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Well, she's dancing Circle of Life, so that has to get something. People love Disney.
It's Disney night. Everyone loves
Lion
Disney
King.
night. They love
Hello.
Disney night. It'll be interesting. And hopefully, you know, people want to save her or not. But if she goes, it's you know, she's the only one who's not in that same bucket as everyone else. They all seem to be pretty good dancers. Last year, there was a few of us at the bottom, so I had a little bit of room to go.
Newsmax TV is now America's fastest growing cable news channel. We give you the real news you need. So subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Newsmax TV streams live on YouTube for free. Newsmax TV, real news for real people.